Edhi, the richest poor man of Pakistan. He was decorated with the Nishan-e-Imtiaz, which is the highest honor given to any civilian in Pakistan for their achievements towards world recognition of Pakistan or an outstanding service to the country. Some thought he was the greatest living humanitarian. We know that the Edhi Foundation runs 330 welfare centers across Pakistan and more than 1500 ambulances. Edhi never differentiated between people, their faith, race or color. He changed the face of welfare work in Pakistan and established an organization which is trusted by everyone, poor and rich, illiterate and educated, Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Edhi's compassion drove him to help the helpless, give shelter to the homeless women, give a roof to the street children, feed the hungry, treat the sick and bury the dead. He himself drove an ambulance for 45 years and never drove any other car throughout his life. His heart was always with the needy and deserving, and he was constantly thinking about how best to help those most in need. Looking after his mother and seeing her suffer inspired Edhi to develop services for the aged, immobile people, and physically challenged persons. His mother taught him selflessness also when she used to give him 2 paisas, one for himself and the other for a needy person on the street. This training to be compassionate at an early age had a lot to do with what Edhi became eventually. Edhi remained a focus of local and international media for decades, but this attention never got him distracted or carried away. Being the largest charitable organization in Pakistan, Edhi Foundation attracted millions of dollars of donations. In its more than 5 decades of existence, Edhi Foundation never came under scrutiny for misappropriation of funds. Its volunteers, staff, and management are also inspired by Edhi's own integrity, honesty, and trustworthiness. Edhi realized that maintaining his personal, as well as organizational integrity was central to the success of his humanitarian activities, which entirely depended on donations. He believed that native people can solve the problems of their country, and he proved it through the work he did that he sought help only from Pakistanis to solve issues of Pakistanis. He started his foundation with a second-hand ambulance. He then felt that the aged who had no one to look after needed his support. He found that children born out of wedlock were left on the street without any support, so he went on to put baby cradles outside the Edhi Foundation centers. He was able to find solutions to the social problems as he was truly immersed in the communities and was living the experience of the poor every day. He never thought that scarcity of resources would be a constraint for his foundation, which is involved in a range of humanitarian activities. He just stood in the streets and people handed him small and big notes. Everyone donated to Edhi and his foundation. His simplicity, integrity, dedication, and patriotism greatly helped him raise funds from the people. The Edhi Foundation runs some of the most complex emergency and relief operations as its routine business. Edhi ambulances are the first to reach any emergency. Be it floods, earthquakes, hurricanes or man-made disasters, Edhi Foundation response time is minimum. He received nearly 250 local and international prizes in recognition of his phenomenal work, but he hardly ever mentioned them with pride. No prize can truly acknowledge their services or contribution to the world we live in. Whatever I've done for the poor, the destitute, the orphans and the less fortunate is not for any person or even myself, it's for Allah. His message for humanity touched every heart and people believed him without hesitation. His corneas were transplanted for 2 blind people who were waiting for an eye donation. Share with us how this story inspired you to be more productive and in service to all those in need around you.